Good morning, it's Jim and Becky. I'm laughing because this is about our 50th take on this little bitty bit, so we're going to try it one way or another. We are With It retirees in Beaverton, Oregon. And what I want to talk about today is e-scooters. I always wondered if I could ride one, and you might too wonder if you could ride one. So I've got one, and I'm going to show you that you can ride one. And after I do that, I am going to talk about the specs on an e-bike and a bunch of stuff about them. A couple of things you need to do is, one, wear your helmet, know the rules about e-bikes in your neck of the woods, and three, it would be really good if you could like our channel. It's quite helpful to us, and even possibly subscribe. We do a lot of stuff like this. So anyhow, let's go see if we can make this thing run. There we go. Let's set it up here so we can see it good. There's a kickstand right there. Let me get my notes, make sure I don't forget. Here we go. Okay, this is a Segway Ninebot F series. This is an F35, which came from Costco. It's the same specs as the F40, which you can see at various other places. So that's what we're really looking at here. They make an F30 too, which is a little less power than this same basic bike. So let's start with the weight. It weighs 33 pounds, which is not too bad, really. The way it's configured, it's not too bad to pick up. I found it that way. The range, they claim 24 miles. All the companies seem to overstate a little bit, but I can't verify range because I use it for pretty short range stuff. I might go 5 miles at very tops, but it does that fine. Speed, it claims 18.6 miles per hour, and it will do that, no question about it, and very rapidly. It's very quick. They claim 20% hill, and it will indeed do 20% or more. I can verify that because there are a lot of hills, and pretty good sized hills around here, and they go up really, really nice. Tire wise, it has 10-inch pneumatic tires. There are kind of different choices you can get in tires. That means they'll go down if they go flat like a regular tire, but it also gives a much softer ride than a hard tire. It has lights, front and rear. Put that on by any chance? Yeah. And the front light is pretty bright. I haven't used it in the dark, so I can't tell you for sure, absolutely. The assembly on this bike, the way it came, all I had to do was just take this handlebar portion, stick it in there, and put these two screws in place, and that's it. They're very, very simple, straightforward assembly. Now I'm going to demonstrate. By the way, we live in an area where there's lots of dogs walking and stuff, so if they come by and bark, they're just there. I'm going to show how to fold it, which is really pretty simple. You take this orange gizmo here, slide it over. I like to do it from the front because this is pretty stiff, and hold it here and here and just pop. And there it goes down. And now you see this is the bell. And just take the bell, come right down to that little outcropping there, and now it's locked. And there we have it, all ready to go. So it's I don't do this very often. There we go. The same thing in reverse. You're going to push this up, and you're going to lock that over, and there you go. Let's get going about how you might ride it. This thing, by the way, has a disc brake in the rear It's operated here, which is quite effective, that I almost never use because of the fact that it has regenerative brake on the front. So what happens, it won't go anywhere now because you have to kickstart it to make it go. So there's the throttle. When you take your hand off the throttle, this immediately stops the bike. So if I'm doing 18 miles an hour, I take my hand off the throttle on the flat, it will go to a dead stop in a, like if you were braking basically nice and slow yourself. It is adjustable, so you can make it do that to a less extent, but I like it that way because you don't have to worry about the brake. So anyhow, that's one thing about it. When you ride this bike, or any scooter, this is not how you steer. You steer by having your feet here and leaning one side or the other. If you try to steer using the steering, you're going to be miserable, which I was till I figured it out. Once you get used to leaning, you can hold this really pretty much straight. So, this bike, by the way, I find it to be very, very nice on the sidewalks, but it's obviously not really put together for off-road stuff. So they make some that are, but this is really a sidewalk and street type scooter. I keep saying bike, excuse me, I am an e-bike guy. Scooter. But I found it to be well put together. There's no rattles or anything like that at all. It just kind of does its business. So I would highly recommend it for somebody starting off with a scooter. In conclusion, yes, a senior person can ride an e-scooter. We'll see you next week.